Good evening to our global audience, and many thanks for joining us on the midweek edition of Primetime News. I'm Joy Gosses. Leading our bulletin, United States Ambassador to Namibia, Randy Berry, has expressed concern over the high youth unemployment rate and income inequality in Namibia. Berry, who was speaking at the launch of the third cohort of the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs program in Walvis Bay on Tuesday, noted there is a need to invest in women entrepreneurs as it is an avenue for Namibians to build an even more inclusive and resilient economy. Isabel Bendo filed our lead report.
Funded by the U.S. Embassy and implemented by grant recipient Association for Entrepreneurial Development, the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs was first established in Namibia in November 2020 with the aim of providing women with the tools needed to create and grow their businesses, raise capital, and effectively network with other successful business owners from across the globe. AWE is a global program run by the U.S. Department of State that currently empowers women entrepreneurs in more than 50 countries. The program was developed to support the White House-led Women's Global Development and Prosperity Initiative, which is designed to support women worldwide in fulfilling their economic potential. The cohort has registered 120 Namibian women participants from all 14 regions who will be receiving training over 5 months. A total of 70 women from Karas, Erongo, Commerce, Oangwena, and Oshana regions graduated from the first and second cohort in 2021 and 2022 respectively. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
On to the south. Vice President Nangolo Mbumba recently inaugurated the first phase of the University of Namibia Southern Campus at Keetmanshoop. Maggie Thomas compiled the story.
Since the university established its campus at Keetmanshoop, it made use of temporary facilities at the Teachers Resource Center in the Kronlyn residential area, which falls under the Karas Regional Council's Directorate of Education. The construction of the first phase started in August 2016 in the Nuduk residential area, and it cost the government 93 million Namibian dollars. The campus houses 4 lecture halls, 4 geoscience labs, 1 classroom, offices, a disability access ramp, students' lobbies, lecturers' offices, a boardroom, ablution facilities, and study areas. In his remarks, Mbumba said for Namibia to build a strong, resilient, and prosperous nation in line with Vision 2030, the NDPs, and the Harambee Prosperity Plan, it should train and produce a highly skilled workforce that can only be attained by building robust higher education institutions. Mbumba urged the youth, particularly in the Karas region, to seize the opportunity availed by the government and enroll for the variety of academic and professional qualifications offered at the UNAM Southern Campus. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
Switching attention to the National Assembly, Justice Minister Yvonne Donsap on Tuesday announced that her ministry has barred and revoked the license of government lawyer Eva Nangolo. This comes after Nangolo posted tribal remarks about the Damara people, attributing the tribe to violence over the past weekend. Let's listen in.
I don't want to delve into the details of the staff member that has made tribal remarks. We have been inundated with evidence of various posts over the some of the posts we've not seen until the one that was highlighted yesterday. We have sent out on all our social media platforms. We have in fact responded to some people that have written to us directly, indicating that we don't condone those remarks. We've indicated we distance ourselves from it, because I think there's sometimes confusion when you are in a position like many of us, when you're a public servant. There's really no divide between private and public. The private really becomes, and especially when your private thoughts become public, then you no longer have that excuse. And so what we have done, I can tell you only 2 things. We have, since, because this person is operating under the Legal Aid Act, we have, as of this morning, revoked her legal aid certificate to appear in court, and investigations, because we must remember this person also has a right to respond We need to hear her side of the story. So investigations have commenced, and once we have completed that process, we will then take the appropriate action. Let me pause there and just indicate that those are the steps that we have taken.
On to neighboring South Africa, where the Economic Freedom Fighters has condemned the anti-homosexuality bill that was passed by the Ugandan Parliament on 21st March 2023. The anti-homosexuality bill will see the outlawing of same-sex relationships and the criminalization of persons who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, or intersex. Let's have a listen in to EFF's president's statement on this.
We salute you, comrades, for being brave and for standing firm with the LGBTQ plus community of Uganda. You are standing with them here. You are saying to the world and to Uganda, you must know those people you are about to kill, they are not alone. They've got friends in us, and even if you kill them, we are not your citizens. We will carry their struggle forward and continue to expose the hypocrisy of Museveni and the government of Uganda. All those parliamentarians who passed that bill in Uganda, shame on them. They must know that they are going to be killed themselves. One day, with this law, Museveni can wake up and say Bobi Wine is gay. Not because he's gay, but because he's disagreeing with him politically. He just says he's gay. According to law, he must be killed. He's going to use this law to kill his political opponents, and he must be stopped, and he must be stopped now. So, fighters, there is nothing that we are doing that is anti-African. African means allowing everybody in Africa to be who they are without passing judgment. We are not less Africans by supporting our own children, by supporting our own brothers and sisters. We are standing here and we are proud Africans. Don't make Africanism look like barbarism. It's not the same. To be an African doesn't mean to be a barbarian.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to Primetime Buzz, the segment where we bring you in-depth analysis of all latest news and trends in the world of business and economics. The segment commences with the suspension of the National Petroleum Corporation of Namibia, NAMCOR, Managing Director Emmanuel Mulunga earlier today. Let's get a glimpse of the event from this report.
NAMCO Marketing Communications and Public Relations Manager Paulo Coelho confirmed this in a telephonic interview with NAMPA on Wednesday. Coelho added he is not at liberty to disclose any further information. However, a press conference would be called to inform the public in due course. NAMCO has made headlines in local papers over the past few weeks after reports of its board investigating the managing director over his involvement in a payment of 100 million Namibia dollars for 2 Angolan oil blocks. Efforts to reach Minister of Finance and Public Enterprises Ipumbushimi, NAMCO Board Vice Chairperson Tim Ikanjo, and Chairperson Jennifer Komali for comment proved futile on Wednesday morning.
The Directorate of Veterinary Services under the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform resumed the import and in-transit movement of live poultry, birds, poultry products from Ireland. Let's get some context from this report.
Chief Veterinary Officer of the Directorate of Veterinary Services, Albertina Shilongo, issued an official notice last week stating that the import of poultry from Ireland resumed following the ban on the import and in-transit movement of poultry from Ireland imposed on the 12th of November 2022. The import ban was a result of the highly pathogenic avian influenza outbreak reported in Ireland. Ireland regained its highly pathogenic avian influenza disease freedom status on the 21st of December 2022.
That brings us to the end of our top news segment for tonight. Stay tuned for the economics roundup, followed by a detailed weather forecast. Welcome to Sport Planet. Leading the segment, Minister of Sports, Youth and National Services, Agnes Chongarero, says the Namibia Sports Commission will this year receive an extra 7.3 million to implement its projects. Hezron Kapanga filed the story.
Chongarero said this during her 2023-2024 financial year budget motivation speech in the National Assembly recently. Finance Minister Ipumbu Shimi in February this year allocated 473.2 million to the Ministry of Sport, Youth and National Service for the 2023-2024 financial year. The amount is divided among its three directorates: Sport, Youth and National Service. The 473.2 million Namibian dollars budget saw the Sports Ministry receiving an additional 142 million Namibian dollars compared to the allocation in the 2022-2023 financial year budget, where it received 330.9 million Namibian dollars. In her budget motivation speech, Chongarero said the Namibia Sports Commission was allocated 17.5 million Namibian dollars, which is 7.3 million Namibian dollars more, to implement its activities. In an interview with the Namibia Press Agency on Tuesday, the Chief Administrator of the Namibia Sports Commission, Freddie Muya, said the 7 million Namibian dollars is a welcome boost for the Commission. Salima Shimwefeleni Masipa reporting for Primetime News.
On to the English Premier League. Interim Chelsea manager Bruno Salto said he could not ask for more from his players after he oversaw a frustrating goalless draw against Liverpool in his first match in charge.
There was little to suggest much had changed in the 48 hours since Bruno replaced Graham Potter, who was abruptly sacked on Sunday after failing to turn around the team's ailing fortunes. Potter's spell in charge had been dogged by the inability of his team to score, with Stamford Bridge having seen the fewest goals of any Premier League ground this season, and that trend continued against the Liverpool side who dug in and thwarted Chelsea. As under their former boss, the Blues dominated in terms of chances created and put pressure on the visitors with a lively first-half display of harrying and high pressing. That intensity dwindled after half-time as the game pitted out into a fifth scoreless game for Chelsea at home in 2023. They had goals from Reece James and Kai Havertz ruled out by VAR as fortune refused to turn in their favour. However, Bruno believed his players showed heart and was eager to play up their efforts in the wake of Potter's sudden departure. Reporting for Sport Planet, I'm Michael Madimba.
Your sports roundup is up next. With that, we have reached the end of the midweek broadcast. Thank you for watching. Join us tomorrow for Thursday's installment of Primetime News. From myself, Joy Gosses, and the entire production team, have a lovely evening.